This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Tuesday morning. I want to thank everybody that came out in the cold. Hell, I was freezing my hairy, stinky, rotten ass off yesterday at the courthouse. We had a winner on the Depends contest, the Depends diaper contest, and Bob Sprague. We did that in honor of you. You know Bob Sprague. We used to call him God Sprague, but we found out he wasn't God. We found out all the elections he's lost for the Democratic Party. We found out how he's losing control. Whoa, not only is he losing control of the Democratic Party, he's losing control of his bladder. And I don't want to make light of somebody that really has a bladder situation. I make light of God Sprague, the leader of the great St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption, who maybe, just maybe, drinks a little bit too much. Maybe, I say maybe, passes out, and allegedly, of course, pisses in his drawers. Passes out and pisses in his drawers in the bed. Allegedly, of course. God Sprague, now known as Bob. I would rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal Sprague. I've sent out 10,000 copies of him in his Depends diapers. Send out a copy of him at the airport in his Depends, making a quick trip. God Sprague, what a rotten piece of crap you are. You, John, red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, Barra Civic, the chief judge. And don't forget, Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, that rotten bastard. You guys have screwed this county to death. Treat us like a bunch of cheap whores. You know, at least a whore, prostitute, gets some money for getting screwed. You guys screw us and take our money. You can't have it both ways. Hey, and Barra Civic, by the way, have you seen Candy walking around lately at the Chameleon Club? Have you seen her lately? John, red on the noodle like a pecker on the poodle, Barra Civic. I'm just asking. It ain't going to be pretty, John. When it all comes down, it ain't going to be pretty. And this is Bob Romanik telling you rotten bastards, come get me. You know, I want to say first I want to say congratulations to the Belleville Althoff Crusaders for winning the state basketball 3A state championship. They did a great job. I want to salute everyone there. I was on the principal's ass at one time about not letting a little black and a little Hispanic gal participate in their graduation. Remember, I offered $10,000 if they had let them walk, and they didn't. But anyway, I want to congratulate the Althoff Crusaders basketball team, their coach, and the entire community for being behind such a great basketball team. But let's get back to Sprague and Kern and those guys. You know, you guys all know that I'm running for office. But see, I'm not a slick politician. I'm probably not slick at most things, but as you all know, I am not one of these rotten bastards. I'm one of you people. Do you hear me? I'm one of you people. I'm not one of those greasy, sleazy, no-count, asswipe, good-for-nothing, low-life, bottom-feeding, son of a bitchin', political, parasitical punks that we call politicians. I'm not one of them. I'm a normal person who's made mistakes. I'm not going to be a sleazy, greasy politician. And you all know I'm running for state office, and that's what I hear from my friends, and I appreciate that. Bob, it's going to cost you votes the way you talk. And, I'll probably lose many votes day in and day out. But being a phony, no-count bastard just to get elected to an office is not me. So I'll continue to do what I do and say what I say and expose these rotten bastards for what they are. And if the voters of my district, the 114th, don't want to change in Springfield, if you people don't want to change in Springfield, then don't vote for me. I won't get their vote if they don't want to change. But if they want a state representative who will represent them, and when I mean them, I mean all of them, Democrats and Republicans. If I'm fortunate enough to get elected, I'm not going to throw somebody out of my office because they're a Democrat or an independent. If you're a voter, if you're a citizen of my district, you'll get the same treatment. Now, maybe some of my supporters will say, well, I should get a little bit better treatment. No, I'm giving everybody the same treatment. And if my supporters don't like it, you know what to do. Just don't give me a vote. I had a guy yesterday. I keep hearing you, Romanik, you're the only politician that's running that says don't vote for you. And I mean that. If you think I'm going to kiss everybody's ass, don't vote for me. I'm going to go to Springfield and I'm going to make a difference. I don't give a damn about the Democrats up there. I don't give a damn about the Republicans up there. I don't give a damn about any of those politicians. I give a damn about the people who are going to send me to Springfield. And everybody ought to feel that way. I'll be someone who represent the people, not the political establishment in Springfield. Then, if I get your vote, and let me tell you, I'm not a perfect person, but I will be the perfect candidate to represent you good people of the 114th Legislative District. See, I'm self-funding. I put $1 million that I've worked hard for, that I've invested over 35 years. I put $1 million of my own money into this campaign to help fight this culture of corruption. Some people say, hey, you're stupid for doing that, and yes, I am. I never said I was the smartest son of a bitch on the block, but I'll tell you what, I'm the most committed. I'm going to fight these son of a bitches. I don't want a penny of the lobbyist money. My opponent, the lady from East St. Louis, she'll go up there and bobblehead for Madigan. That's what we've had the last 20, 30 years. If that's what you want, vote for my opponent, because that's what you'll get. If you want somebody that's going to go up there, maybe get in some trouble, because I'm not going to take their crap on the State House floor. I'm going to tell them the way it is. I'm not going to kiss their ass for an extra $10,000. If every time they put somebody on a committee, the importance of that committee, people, is they get an extra $8,000, $10,000, and that's our taxpayers' money. See, you people are going to have to understand. But I'm going to self-fund. I'm not going to take any salary, not one penny. I'm not going to take any benefits. How the hell would I feel taking a pension, 85% of the salary, and it can get up to $100,000? Take a pension for a part-time position when you good people that are funding these state pensions for these rotten bastard political parasitical punks, you people are barely making it. I don't want to take off your table. I want to put on your table. I've told you before, I will not ever, I'll sign a pledge today, tomorrow, and next year. Never will I vote to raise taxes. Some people will say, hey, Bob Romanik, I don't like the son of a bitch. You don't have to like me. Don't like me. But if you give me the opportunity, you will in the end like, not me, but you'll like what I do for the good people of the 114th Legislative District. And you people think I'm playing. I am half nuts. Somebody says, hey, you can't say that. You can't say if you're running for office. They'll use that in a sound bite. Let them use it. Come in and I'll give you a commercial, you idiots that say that I'm half nuts, because you son of a bitches have made me that way. You've made all the good people, Democrats, Republicans, black, white, men and women, you've made us all half nuts. So don't hit a little sound clip on me. I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give my opposition whatever you want, because when I say something, I mean it. These rotten bastards spent over $400,000 in the primary against me and some of the people that are on. They say my followers are my people. They're not my people. They're people that I like. They're people I respect. They're people that are running on the ticket. You know, these idiots think the voters are stupid enough. Oh, this guy's on the ticket, so the whole ticket's bad? Are you nuts? But that's how disrespectful these people are. That's how disrespectful the rotten bastard Democratic culture of corruption in St. Clair County is. And I think there's a lot of Democrats going to come out of their houses, a lot of apathetic people going to come out of their houses this year. And I think there's going to be a lot of Democrats. Don't kind of cross over. Ain't no crossover. That sounds bad. They're going to vote the person, not the party. The Democrats don't want to hear that, the mainstream Democrats, because they're going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their $130,000 a year jobs like Herbie asswipe Hemorrhoid Simmons. And you know why Simmons got that job? He was so far up Kern's ass, Kern couldn't sit down comfortably. He had to give him a job as a 911 director. And Herb Simmons, that job will be gone. It'll be somebody that's qualified. That's an important position. And we don't need an asswipe, ass-kissing, fat-ass, greasy, dyed-haired son of a bitch like you in it. We need somebody qualified, people, for these jobs. And it's going to be amazing. I'm going to go up to Springfield if elected. They're not going to like me. I'm going to introduce legislation to make every state representative, every state senator, a part-time position, which it is, with, guess what? Part-time salary. Not a bit. St. Louis, the people in Missouri, the state reps, they make $25,000, $30,000 a year. And that's not bad for a part-time job. Actually, it's pretty good. They don't get all these benefits. Do you know in the state of Illinois, now hear me, people, for you that don't know, and I've said it 1,000 times, they make $60,000, $70,000 a year for a part-time position. If they kiss Madigan's ass, they get another and go along with his program so Chicago gets everything. They'll be on a committee or two. That's another $20,000, $30,000. So it could be up to $100,000. And we're going to pay pension 85%. That's $85,000, people. And don't forget the life insurance, the health insurance that they get, the great insurance package. They want us to have crappy insurance. They sure to hell don't have it because we pay for it. They get $130, $140. I don't know the figure, but I know it's over $100. I think $130 a day per diem. Drive up to Springfield for that big salary with all those benefits, with that big pension plan, and then they add insult to injury, and they give the state representatives, the state senators $130 a day per diem to eat on, to put gas in their car. How egregious is that when there's so many people that are paying their salaries that are barely putting food on the table for their families? Now, you people don't have to like me, but you'll like what I do in Springfield. And if you want to play party politics, if you want to elect the lady down in East St. Louis, she makes $100,000 a year working for her daddy at School District 189. She's on the city council, makes $30,000, $40,000 a year. She wants to be a delegate to the national convention. Now she wants to be a state representative. Hey, Greenwoods, when's enough for you people? Let somebody, and they should have ran somebody in East St. Louis other than the Greenwood family. But they didn't, because that's how greedy they are. And I don't know how Mrs. Greenwood is going to be able to do her job, her $100,000 a year job at the school district when she's up in Springfield probably making another $100,000 a year, because she's going to bobblehead. She's going to bobblehead for Madigan. So anyway, people, if you want to elect someone who is not perfect, but the perfect candidate to just take Springfield, and I'll turn it upside down. I don't want to sit there and drink with the guys in Springfield. I don't want to be buddies with the guys in Springfield. I want to bring something back to my legislative district. I want to get something that we can do down here, something that we can get jobs, something we can hang our hat on for our community, not bobblehead for Madigan and everybody in Springfield, Illinois. Just remember that, people, come election time. I want to say hello Hello to Anthony Goforth. He's the owner of A1 Concrete Levelers. Pretty good deal. He lives in Maryville. They shoot concrete. They drill holes, shoot concrete underneath the concrete to level it off. And it sounds like a great deal. But Anthony Goforth, I want to thank you for stopping by. And if I could read the telephone number here. Anybody interested, I'll give them a free plug. 344-9623, I believe. But Anthony Goforth, thank you very much. And also I want to say hi to retired Sergeant Major from the Army, Jim Armour. He's a retired military person. Him and Anthony are good friends. Used to live in Madison County. So I want to say hi to both you guys. Also, gotta say hi to our heroes at the St. Louis Fire Department. And a special salute to all the brave men and women in Engine House number 1 on South Jefferson in St. Louis, Missouri. And hey, guys, watch out for that strange guy that drinks coffee with you every morning. You got to kind of watch him. No, I'm just kidding. He's a great guy. Take good care of my friend. He's one in a million. And again, we want to salute every first responder all over this great country for what they do. Let's take care of our housekeeping. Yesterday, we couldn't take care of it. It was so windy and so cold. But before we do, we had a couple idiots out there protesting. I don't know who they were, but somebody in the crowd, not the protester, somebody in the crowd yelled at one of the protesters, get away from me. There's children around. You're a pedophile. Now, I don't know who the hell they were calling a pedophile. Which one of those protesters I don't know, may have been a pedophile, but they said the one that was really loud and boisterous, they said, get away from our children because you're a pedophile. And I don't know who they were talking about, but I'd have to say, if it is, it had to be alleged, unless he's got a court record. And I think some of these guys that were protesting had records. But if there's any pedophiles that come to them, I don't care. You can come and bad rap me. But if you're a pedophile, and if you are, I think you know who I'm talking about, don't come to my rallies because something may happen. A guy that's alleged to be a pedophile, no matter where they're at, there's nothing worse than somebody to abuse children. So I want to thank again everybody that came out in the cold and the wind. Hell, I could barely talk, so I can barely talk any day, but at least I'm warm today. But I want to thank them. We had the protest, and not really a protest, a rally for God Sprague. And it was funny as hell for those people coming up. And you can go to our Facebook. You can like us on their Facebook page, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook. And you can see the pictures of the Penn's diapers that we believe, I think, I don't know, that if God Sprague passes out and pisses in his drawers, he should probably be wearing them. And one of our supporters sent a box of the Penn's diapers to Bob Sprague's office. And his office is at 26 East Washington in Belleville, Illinois, 62223. If you guys would, send them to Penn's or just drop them off. Drop them off at Sprague Law Firm, 26 East Washington in Belleville, Illinois. I'm sure he'd appreciate it because that cheap, no good son of a bitch, he sucks all of these cities dry, being the city attorney. He could sure use a little help with his Depends diapers. And God Sprague, what an idiot you are. What a no-count, lousy idiot you are. Spend more time going to the bathroom instead of in your drawer, Sprague, and less time taking all this money from these poor communities of Centerville Township, Cahokia, and every place else that you've been the city attorney. The Potosi Elks Lodge, their Veterans Committee, wants to invite you to a trivia night, steak night in Potosi on April the 1st. The project is to fund the veterans at the St. James Veterans Home. They donated $600 and trying to get more. So anybody that can make it out, please do. It's trivia and steak night, Potosi High School. That'll be on April the 1st. Any questions or concerns, you can contact Terry Friend from the Veterans Committee at 314-775-9220. The 25th Annual Easter Party at the Caseyville Community Building, located at 909 South Main Street, to be held this Friday, March the 25th from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Free admission, lots of games to play. There's going to be hot dogs and tuna, soda and chips. Now, I have never, and I'm not casting a bad light because I like tuna, but I've never seen where they have tuna at a fundraiser. They're going to have hot dogs and tuna and soda and chips. It's sponsored by the great people at the Caseyville Fire Department Auxiliary, and some of the help will be for the Caseyville Food Pantry, but never have I heard where they have hot dogs and tuna. Our good friends Millstott, the fire department, their annual barbecue coming up Saturday, this Saturday, and the radio station will be there. It'll be held from 11 a.m. till whenever. Any questions or concerns, you can contact 476-1234. Also, coming up March the 25th on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., Patty Avesco, thank you very much for this information. They're going to have, it's in Millstott, they're going to raise money for the senior citizens. I'd be more than happy to announce it. It'll be held at the Senior Citizens Porch and Sidewalk Sale, 102 South Jefferson in Millstott, Illinois. It'll be held this Saturday, March the 26th. And I also want to say hi to Randy Eckert. He's a Millstott Township Supervisor. What a great guy. I told him I'd come out. I wanted to help with their senior citizens meals. And Randy Eckert, thank you very much for all you do in that area. And we will be out there. And also, they wanted us to promote their Bunko party Thursday, March the 31st at the St. James Parish Center. And that'll be on March the 31st. It's the Bunko. And you can contact Patty Avesco at 618-476-3731 for any additional information. And thank you guys in Millstott very, very much. The annual Easter egg hunt, the O'Fallon Moose Lodge, will be held March the 26th. From 1 to 3 p.m., bring your own baskets. It'll be located at the O'Fallon American Legion, 109 North Penn Street in O'Fallon. And also on Sunday, their Easter dinner at the O'Fallon, Illinois American Legion from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at their Moose Lodge. So if you have any questions or concerns, it's going to be held at the American Legion. It's sponsored by the O'Fallon Moose Lodge, so I wanted to get that straight. Trivia night, 10th annual 4-H Trivia Night to be held Saturday, April the 2nd. It's Shreve Park in Mascoutah, the lovely town of Mascoutah. Proceeds benefit the 4-H program. If you have any questions or concerns, don't have a telephone number here, but it'll be held, oh yes we do, 939-3434. That's the trivia night, the 10th annual 4-H Trivia Night to be held Saturday, April the 2nd. Doors open at 6. Game starts at 7 at the Agricultural Building at Shreve Park in Mascoutah. The New Baden Fire Department Chicken and Beer Dance will be held on April the 2nd. It'll be held at New Baden American Legion. Doors open at 7. Dance starts at 8. Any questions or concerns, you can call 531-4625. That's that. The Rotary Club, St. Clair County West, 42nd Annual Chili Day. Free refills, eat-in only, carry-outs also available. That's Wednesday, March the 23rd, tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., $10 per person. And net proceeds go to local scholarships for the Rotary Club. Thank you guys very much. Turner Hall, this Friday, we're going to try to make it out there again. The Best Fish be held every Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Smithton Turner Hall until Lent. Great people out at Smithton. Thank you guys very much for all that information. The Good Friday Fish Fry in Lebanon, Illinois for the Lebanon, Illinois Fire Department will be held from 4 to 7:30 p.m. It'll be held, I guess, at the Lebanon Fire Department, this Good Friday Fish Fry this March the 25th. Boulder Dash will be coming also to the great village of Mascoutah. They'll be performing live at the Sportsman Club, 1535 North County Road in Mascoutah. For more information, 618-566-2175. You can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and/or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling for the best of all three of our great stations. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. and also now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every Monday through Friday at the stroke of midnight. And please like us on Facebook, and also like us on St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, or KQQZ 1190 AM, or KZQZ 1430 AM. On this date, March the 22nd, 1733, John Priestley, father of soda, invented carbonated water. On this date, March the 22nd, 1857, the first department store elevator was installed in New York. On this date, March the 22nd, 1934, the first Masters golf tournament began in Augusta, Georgia. On this date, March the 22nd, 1946, the first United States rocket was launched, leaving Earth's atmosphere at 50 miles per hour. On this date, March the 22nd, 1954, the first shopping mall opened in Southfield, Michigan. On this date, March the 22nd, 1972, the Equal Rights Amendment, the 27th Amendment to the Constitution prohibiting discrimination on the basis of sex, was passed by the Senate and sent to the states for ratification. On this date, March the 22nd, 1972, the National Commission on Marijuana and Drug Abuse urged an end to criminal penalties for private possession and use of marijuana. That movement took an awful long time to become mainstream, 44 years, but we're having it now in this great country of ours. On this date, March the 22nd, 1991, a little tidbit of history, Donald Trump and Ivana Trump divorced. Ivana got $10 million. That's what happened on this date, March the 22nd, throughout all these years in our world's history. Lines are always open. You can call toll-free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. We are America's voice of freedom, definitely the patriot. We're going to come back. Give us a call. We're going to talk about all the development that's going on in Belleville. We're going to talk about national politics a little bit, and we'll talk about anything you good people want to talk about. Just give me a call. And I want to thank Jerome before we go to break. He sent me a bunch of jokes, and I can't put most of them on the air, but I like this one. Patty Sprague was so fat, when she went to Fisher's restaurant, she got a group discount. Now I like that. Patty Sprague was so fat, when she went to Fisher's restaurant to eat, she got the group discount. Hey, Jeremy, thank you very much. Or Jerome, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. We'll be back right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment. Don't forget the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting. America's bi-state voice. Bi-state. Mark Sweetcakes Kern, not bisexual. Get it right. Bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Well, it's a lot nicer in the warm studio. I mean, it was cold as hell yesterday out there. And I've had a lot of callers on the break, and I want to thank them for coming out. And the one guy said, yeah, I yelled at that one son of a bitch because I believe him to be a pedophile. Now, I don't know who this guy was out there, but a lot of people are laughing at him. And I treat him with disdain if he is, in fact, a pedophile. If not, I understand, but I don't know why people in the crowd would be yelling pedophile, pedophile, but please, if you are, sir, whoever you are, stay away from our children. You can come and you can videotape and you can yell and you can do whatever everybody does. That shows your stupidity, but please, whoever they were yelling at that was a pedophile, and I'll say an alleged pedophile because we really don't know, but apparently these people had some good information or they wouldn't have been yelling it. So, but the crowd gave this protester a lot of hell, and this ignorant son of a bitch put his tail between his legs and ran away. But that's what rats do. They put their greasy tails between their legs and they slither away. So we got some callers. Let's go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Morning, Bob.
Good morning.
I was wondering, I haven't heard you mention anything about it yet, if you knew anything about the mayhem or whatever going on in St. Clair Township.
Yeah, I heard there were five workers, and I feel bad. I don't even know who these guys are, but I feel bad. I feel bad for the workers, and I feel bad for their families if they're being laid off. But there's always an underlying factor, so we have to address that. Is that what you're here to do, Greg?
Well, that's what I was wondering. The deal is I heard that the road commissioner was told by the board not to hire another person somewhere, and I don't know exactly what this person's job is, but he ended up hiring this person anyway, and now they have no money to pay the road department. We have 0 people working on the road department now in St. Clair Township because of this guy supposedly hired somebody when they told him not to.
Don't give me this guy. What's his name?
Kernan. I forget his first name. His last name is Kernan. They call him Skip Kernan.
Skip Kernan. Well, that's a hell of a name, Skippy Kernan. But yeah, that's what I heard, Greg. I heard that they had 4, and I don't know the players out there, but they had 4 positions, and so this township highway commissioner wanted to put on a 5th, and by putting on a 5th, he cost all of them their jobs. Is that correct?
That it's something along that lines. Now, I don't know if he hired another highway worker or who this person was that he hired. But he hired an individual for something, and I don't know what. I don't know all the details. But the article that I read, that the board told him not to hire another person, but he did. Now they're out of money, and they had to lay off everybody on the street department.
Yeah.
And supposedly this evening there is a meeting at St. Clair Township building, which is in Swansea, right by the Swansea Improvement Hall. They're on Service Street, I believe it is. And, they're supposed to give more information about it then. I think it starts at 6 o'clock tonight.
Okay, 6 o'clock tonight for you good people in St. Clair Township. Get out there and let them know how you feel. But I see that's the problem. And, sir, thanks for the call. These politicians, they got to hire their people so they, the politicians, can keep getting reelected. That's the problem. And I'll tell you again, I go to Springfield, I'll never vote to raise taxes. I'm going to vote to cut the cost through attrition. I don't want to see anybody lose their job. But when somebody retires, somebody quits to go somewhere else, these state jobs don't need to be replaced. These state workers are hard workers. But at some point in time, we can't maintain all the salaries at the state. Everybody's going to have to tighten their belts. And that's what I say. I cannot ask the people in my district to tighten their belts until I tighten mine first, until we lead. As political leaders, we lead by example. I will do that, and I will demand that everybody else does it. I don't talk national politics much because you guys can get it anywhere, but Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, his slogan is, he'll make America great again. And I actually believe America is great, still great. Not perfect, but a great country. I don't personally think one man, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and when I say one man, I mean that, Hillary Clinton, can make America great again. I think us, as citizens of this great country, past, present, and future generations of Americans, I think we are the ones who have made America great, and we are the ones as Americans who can work together to keep America great. It'll be all of us uniting together to keep, do you hear me? To keep America great. Make America great should not be a political slogan. Make America great should never be a political slogan. It should be the want and will of all of us. We want to play politics with everything. I gotta say, the St. Clair County Health District. Now listen, people. You know, we've got a slate of candidates, Roger Cook, Carl Officer, Ed Cockrell, Dallas Cook, that are trying to defeat this culture of corruption. You know how St. Clair County ranks in the state of Illinois? St. Clair County ranks 93rd out of 102 counties in Illinois. Rank at the bottom. This is St. Clair County. This is our county. This is Mark Sweetcakes Kern. This is God Sprague. This is John Red on the Noodle like a pecker on a poodle bear civic. Now, Clinton County, our neighbor, ranks 12th. And we rank in St. Clair County 93rd out of 102 counties, according to the 2016 National County Health Rankings recently released. The ranking compares counties in 60 factors: education, housing, crime, jobs, diet, obesity, smoking, and people. We rank. The 2015 rankings, St. Clair County was 86th and Clinton County was 4th, our neighboring county. How the hell can that happen? And it says in this article that health improvements are still needed all throughout St. Clair County, with premature deaths, infant and child mortality, diabetes, violence, crime, injury, deaths, alcohol, excessive drinking, impaired driving, non-lack of healthy foods. You know, when you go to a convenience store, you're not going to get anything healthy. When you don't have a lot of money to spend, you can't put a lot of healthy food on your table. You got to get the cheap food. My mother's been there. We ate bologna that was green, that had mold on it. But these rotten bastards in St. Clair County, they're going to tell you how good this county is. Kern's going to sit there and tell you how good this county is. They're full of crap. They're full of crap, and people, you know it. They tell me that the turnout in St. Clair County nearly doubled for the primary election, and I think it's going to be even better in November of 2016. People, it's the perfect storm. People are tired. We're going to get Democrats out there. We're going to get Republicans. We're going to get independents. They're going to vote the person, not the party. We don't give a damn about no party politics. The only one that gives a damn about party politics are the some bitches going to the party. And that's the politicians. They never invite you to the party. They'll steal your vote. They'll beg for your vote. They'll con you out of your vote. Then you'll never see them until the next election. You guys know how that goes. That's been going on in St. Clair County for the last 50, 60 years. And they're going to tell everybody what a bad guy I am and what I did 18 years ago. People, take me out of the equation. Don't let them think we're that stupid. Don't vote for me if you don't like me. There's a lot of good candidates running against this culture of corruption. Give them a vote. You don't have to give me a vote. But they always want to link me to them. They don't link themselves to Rich Soje, who owns 5 strip clubs in Soje, who owns a gambling den, who owns a dope dispensary, who owns the Oz, where these bastards, hypocritical son of a bitch, and politicians have all their fundraisers. They've had 24, 25 suits, civil rights suits, beating up black men, black women, white men, white women. They don't care. They beat the hell out of everybody. And further down the election, we'll get you all that. But that's these hypocritical son of a bitches. They want to put up a smoke screen, people. Don't let them tell you what I did 18 years ago, the mistake I made. Ask them about the mistakes they've been making for the last 50 years. The mistake I made hurt no one but me. The mistake they've made for the last 50 years hurt you, your family, your future generations down the road. Lack of jobs. Lack of roads. There's bumping. There's potholes all over in St. Clair County. These son of a bitches don't care. They want to line their pockets. They want to line their pockets. But we've had a double the turnout as there was in 2012, people. And you know what that tells you? That tells you it's time for a change. And there's going to be a change. I just hope the good people, black, white, men, women, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, Catholic, Protestants, Methodists, we don't care. If the apathetic people, or the people have been pushed out of the election process, been pushed out of the mainstream political organization, if they come out and vote this time, those son of a bitches will be gone, and they'll be gone forever. We can build a new base, a new foundation, and build a political organization that works for the people. You hear me? For the people. Not a political organization that destroys the people like they've been doing here for 50, 60 years with the St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. Hey, everybody, I appreciate everybody that came out. Now we've got people calling, telling us they know the name of the protester out there who they believe to be a pedophile. I don't know who they're talking about. Don't want to know. It's alleged at this time, but somebody said the next time that guy come out, they were going to have a sign pointing at him, and we're going to start calling him the pedophile protester. So if that's in fact the truth, then he deserves that title. I don't know, but I don't know why somebody in the crowd would start yelling and chanting pedophile protester, but they did, and who knows, and we'll talk about that later. We'll get some more facts. Maximus Vaginus, Mark Pussy Boy, also known as Maximus Vaginus Eckert. Apparently he's starting to listen to me. You people know I keep talking about all the businesses going out to the outer outskirts of Belleville. Now all of a sudden, they're going to try to put a 1% sales tax at the strip mall right across the street from us at 6400 West Main here in Belleville. It's a dilapidated building, but they tell me that everybody, and they listen to the station, and Eckert drives around, him and Kern. They don't want anybody to know, but they listen to the station. They drive around in their cars. But now they're going to try to put the old smoke screen, the old okey-doke. Maximus Vaginus Mayor Eckert is going to try to do it. Now, they put all the businesses they've got right here. You know, they've got the Belleville Crossings that has the Target and the Home Depot. That's actually out of Belleville. It's on the outskirts. They've got this hotel, restaurant, and sports complex, $98 million. They got the Greenmount Crossing shopping centers. They got Eckert's Restaurant out there on the other end of town. All these businesses, the mayor has ran out to the surrounding area. Nothing in the core center of Belleville. Now we've gave him so much heat, he's going to give a 1 cent sales tax to try to help rejuvenate the strip mall at 6401 West Main. It's not going to happen, Mayor. It's not going to happen. And by the way, Eckert, how the hell can you give $38 million of taxpayers' money, and that developer out there at the Shrine still won't tell us, the people of this area, who the hotel is that's going to build there? Why wouldn't you, a pussy boy, Maximus Vaginus Eckert, if you had any intelligence at all, but you don't? I don't think you use. I think you use your hand when you wipe your ass after you take a crap, you idiot. That's how stupid I think you are. Why wouldn't you ask and demand and get the commitments from the hotels, the restaurants, everybody that was going to come to that complex out across from the Shrine? Why wasn't that all put in writing? Why didn't we, and why didn't all the taxpayers of the Belleville area, why didn't they know? You know why? Because it's a bad area, Eckert. Nobody, no five-star hotel is going to come to that area. None. You know that. We know that. It's like the airport, and we're going to talk about the airport tomorrow. Don't have time today. It's like the airport. You guys are going to try to shore up a mistake you made. And if it's your business, shore it up. But it's not your business. It's a taxpayer's business. It's a taxpayer's money. And for you, you idiot, Maximus Vaginus Pussy Boy Eckert, the mayor of Belleville, you complete idiot, you imbecile, you low-life, low-bred, inbred, no-good son of a bitch. Why would you give any of the taxpayers' money until it was secured what hotel was coming, what other restaurants were coming? People, you've been okey-fadoke by this idiot. Do you understand a $98 million development? And the developer, after all this time, will still not announce who the hotel is? If it was a good area, if it was a good project, if it was a good development, which it's not, every five-star hotel would be biting at the bit to come up there. The developer would have a name of a five-star hotel the same day. But it's not going to happen, people. They're shopping around. They're trying to get a hotel. They don't know what to do. Don't you understand? They think we're stupid, people. Eckert, Pussy Boy, Maximus Vaginus thinks we're stupid. If that was a good development, if that would be a good business venture, you don't think every five-star hotel in the country would be wanting to put their hotel up there? Hell, there'd be a bidding war. There's not a bidding war. They're shopping around. They're begging. They ain't going to get a Hotel 5 there before it's all over, or a Hotel 4. It'll be a sleazebag, bug-infested, bed-bug-infested hotel. A rent-by-the-hour hotel, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Why do these politicians think they can give us the old okey-fadoke? Why do they think we're that stupid? We're not, people. And we got to let these son of a bitches know. This development, they're going to have a restaurant there. They're not going to have all these soccer parks. They're not going to have 5 hotels. Hell, they can't get 1 hotel. But they're going to keep it up just like the airport. And people, they're going to keep it up until we throw their lame asses out of office in November of 2016. You don't have to personally like the candidates running against these son of a bitches. You don't have to like them, but like what they stand for, like what I stand for, and that's getting rid of this culture of corruption. Then if we don't do our job in 2-4 years, get rid of our lame asses. But we have to get rid of Sprague. We have to get rid of Kern. We have to get rid of Barra-Civic. Politically, of course, because if we don't, people, we're on a faster track to destruction. And you can see what's happened. You can see the jobs that are gone from this area. You can see the crime. You can see the desperation of the people all throughout St. Clair County. And they're going to tell you it's going to get better next year after 50 years of this criminal crap. These mobsters, it's not going to get better. It'll never get better. It'll continue to get worse until it kills us all. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting. America's bi-state, not bisexual, you idiot, Kern. Hey, Kern, I'm looking for you. I've looked all over the courthouse. I've looked in the bathrooms. I've looked in the stalls. I've looked in the basement. The only place I haven't looked is in the closet. If you're hiding in the closet, Kern, come out of the closet and be seen. Come out of the closet. If you're hiding in the closet, come out of the closet, Kern. I can't find you anywhere else. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, very, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow. We're going to talk about the airport. I get tired. I know you people get tired of listening, but they just keep sucking this money out, sucking, and they're good at sucking, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. We're tired, people. So let's all come together. Let's all think. Let's all unite our friends, our family. Come November, let's throw these son of a bitches out of office. That's the last resort. We have nothing else to do. We've tried everything else. So let's continue to unite, to expose these rotten, political, parasitical, low-life, good-for-nothing son of a bitch and punks, the parasitical punks that we call politicians, and let's destroy them once and for all. Destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
The coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time.
And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to